What's up, guys? It's SRC bringing you another episode of the Crafted Let's Play series. And as we left off last time, we had started to work on our house a little bit and wanted to show you where we're at in the progress here today. It's quite something. I've actually been pretty behind on the recording, and it's spent quite a bit of time building the house. It actually turned out pretty good, I think. So without further ado, here it is. I think it looks pretty awesome. It's pretty epic. And was kind of the way I wanted it to turn out, I guess, in my head. It took quite a bit of kind of trial and error to get it the way I wanted it. I'm not sure how I like the top, but I think it looks pretty good. And so let me know in the comments below what you guys think about it. As you can see, I have nothing on me right now because there's a little feud going on the server. Temptation, I think, pranked Steve or Russian Potato, and now he's starting to kill him, and it's just kind of this back and forth. And so I went over to Russian Potato's house just to kind of see what was going on, and unfortunately met my demise. But now it looks like Temp is telling me that he's got my stuff. And so I'll just send him a quick message here. But hopefully nobody takes my minecart track to come over here, because I dug out a few pieces of track and left a huge hole in there. So anybody that travels down the Nether track to my house is going to meet their demise. Most likely. I don't know how far the fall actually is, but it's pretty far, and getting back up isn't going to be fun. So let's just take a look at this house here. You can see I've got several stories built here. I had experimented with a lot of different things. If you remember from the last video, this base here was made up of half slabs. I think I used stone half slabs just like these here. Used those on the base, and I didn't really like how that looked. It didn't really match the sand very well. So I ended up tearing that all out and putting the smooth sandstone and then just the light wood half slabs. And I kind of wanted to have like balconies or porches going around the outside of this place, but that didn't really work out either, because I couldn't really decide what to do to keep you in here from falling off, and I didn't want it to be out too far, because then it just would take away from the look of the house a little bit. And so what we ended up with is deleting all that, or erasing all the, breaking all the blocks, I guess. I had some fences on the top and the bottom. I had them just on the bottom, and just didn't really look that good. So decided to kind of go with this. It's not really functional as like a walkway or a porch, but you can see they're still kind of screwing with each other, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so this is kind of what each floor looks like. They're almost all identical. I like the way that the smooth sandstone means with, or looks like, with the wood here. I probably put some windows in at some point, but I haven't really decided exactly what I'm going to do with each area. And so you can see here, I've also started digging down. I think I'm going to make my storage room down below. And it was really kind of funny. When I dug down, I went quite a ways down there, and I hit some, what do you call them? I'm trying to think. Those little guys that hide in blocks. The name's escaping me at the moment. It sounds retarded. But I found some of those guys down there, and I was hoping that there would be a spawner, but there wasn't. I think there were just a couple random blocks. I think they call them like monster blocks or something like that. But yeah, so you can see the stairs come up here. I used the lightwood stairs, or the birchwood stairs, kind of surrounded here by the sandstone, smooth sandstone. And every floor looks exactly the same for right now. I haven't really decided which kind of the purposes of each is going to be yet, and how that's all going to look. For whatever reason, too, I'm getting a little bit of lag here, and I don't know if that's just because of fraps or what, but usually I don't have that issue. So that's kind of how we've got this going here. And then at the very top, there's really not much going on there either. I think that's just going to be more of like an aesthetic thing. I don't know that it's going to be really functional. Maybe if I get a beacon at some point, if I end up getting the Nether star, I'll put together a beacon off the top of this. But this is kind of what the top looks like. It's just the smooth sandstone and just kind of a cool little pattern with some torches on top of it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas for what I should do with this house and what I should put in each area. I'll definitely have like my enchanting table up here and my anvil Like I said, the storage is probably going to go in the basement below, but you know, these are probably big enough that I could make storage rooms and furnace rooms in here also, but I just haven't decided yet. And the other thing I wanted to do was have some farms, but I think that I'm going to have those out here. And so now kind of some decision making time for getting this going is we need to figure out what to do for walkways, whether it's you know, what material to use for walkways, because I'd kind of like to have some like pathways or roads inside here. And I can't decide what to use for materials, and you know, I feel like sandstone's kind of overused at this point. I should probably make something for that. And we are playing on one of the latest snapshots, maybe not the absolute latest, but one of the latest snapshots. And so another thing that I spent quite a bit of time on was venturing out into the Nether, and I got some Nether quartz. It took not too long to find an area of the Nether that wasn't explored yet, so we could generate new chunks to get this. But I got quite a bit of it, I think. I don't know, there's a lot of it out there, but the amount of time I had to travel and the danger, I ended up running across a brand new Nether fortress, and that was a little bit dangerous too. But I've got quite a bit of Nether quartz, and then I picked up some glowstone along the way because it's just hard to pass that up when you see it. So that's one option, is to make a Nether quartz roadway or pathway in here, but I'm not sure how well that, or how good that's going to look along here. So definitely need some suggestions. We're going to be pretty much caught up to real time. I should be uploading this video here shortly, and that's going to give, you know, I probably won't do much work on this before I read the comments on this video. So feel free to give any suggestions that you may have on what to do next. I'm thinking I need to build a little bit better tree farm. I just have a couple of trees on the side there that was just kind of out of the way. And then we need to get a little bit better farming system because this is just too close to the house. And, you know, it's kind of served its purpose, but I think it's time to go. I guess that's it for this episode. Kind of a short one. I didn't really have much to do. I thought that the feud between Russia Potato and Temptation would go on a little bit farther, but it looks like he left, and that's pretty much it. So that's it for this. I guess appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in the next episode.